The only LGBTQ agenda we have is
is there a question in there or a speech?
Yes.
Next up.
As a non-binary person, what do you have to tell me about my identity? Because I know for a fact I'm not confused.
Okay, next question.
God damn, Candace out here pregnant. But I love it though. That's why Candace is such a beast, because she can really shut these people down and be practical. And even as a pregnant woman, as a mom, she really. Before Candace had kids, she could blast them all day. But now the weight is even heavier on these cowards that a pregnant woman with a few kids, married, go in there and start showing them what time of day it is. She got way more gravitas. They just look.
I like that gravitas.
Completely stupid, complaining to her. All right, I want y'all to see this beatdown. The last one is my favorite, but we'll start with the first one. Listen to this. Roll the clip.
My question isn't specifically about anything you really said tonight, although I don't really agree with anything you said.
Nor should you goober.
I'm proudly part of the LGBTQ community. I've always stood up for my community whenever I needed to. I want to focus specifically on, I've been listening to you for a little bit just to understand some things. A live stream you did about Pride Month in June on Facebook because you were no longer allowed on YouTube. The event that you were talking about, I actually had the honor of attending that event with a lot of my really close friends, and I found it very perplexing.
Get to it, bro.
How you choose to only focus on the things that are negative when it comes to the queer community.
Get to the point.
Sorry, when it comes to what community?
The queer community.
Okay.
Do you not realize that people like you and people like the people you're around and that, continue to
Get
have
to
this
it,
idea
bruh.
of us
What the
are the
hell?
reason.
Ask the question. Ask the question.
Thank you, Officer Tatum. Hopefully he listened to you because he wasn't listening to me. God dang it.
Ask the question.
And we feel that we have to be so openly proud of who we are. Your demophobic rhetoric and rants just further prove our point that we have to fight loudly to be respected.
Bruh, you have a statement to make, but no question. And he got a speech that he clearly wrote.
The reason that LGBTQ rates are so high in this country isn't just because we're part of the community. It's because there are people like you who make us feel like we
He finna get ate up. I just want y'all to know he finna get ate up. She just letting him get enough rope.
don't belong. The only LGBTQ agenda we have is
Okay, is there a question in there or a speech?
Yes.
You gotta ask a question, buddy. I know you wrote this out in your notes, but ask a question. Let's
How
go.
do you think other people who, with your beliefs, respond to the fact that rhetoric costs the lives of queer children every single day, on average, every 45 seconds?
Okay, so this is just going to be a pure boogeyman. You're pretretending that someone committed suicide because of Candace Owens. You've got no facts here. You're just going, it's your rhetoric that's causing all of this. When in reality, you want to talk about the tea. I said
Pure boogeyman. I love that. It's a straight boogeyman. It don't even exist. Making up stuff.
down with a man named Walt Heyer who was convinced to chop his off after your community told him that there was something wrong with him because he had confusion. Why was he trans? Because he was molested when he was 4 years old by his uncle. Rather than being sat down and spoken to by a psychologist, he was handed hormone pills. He eventually chopped off his. Walt Heyer is now 80 years old. He detransitioned and he does a lot of work talking about why it is that he runs a charity, an actual charity that is dedicated to sex change regret of people who have changed their parts and can't go back. And you know what happens? Suicide rates go up after they transition. And Candace Owens wasn't the one that chopped this off.
And Candace Owens was not the one that chopped off his ding-a-ling, okay? I didn't chop off his ding-a-ling. And y'all always, please stop overusing the word community. People use that word so loosely, man. The queer community, I'm so proud of my community, my community, my community, my community, my community. Community, community, community. Community, community, community. She that youngin', man.
Next question.
Great. Next question.
What do you have to say to the
Running through him like diarrhea, boy. Running through him.
trans students on this campus who actively feel victimized by your presence here today? Additionally, you just pointed out that this man detransitioned, but earlier in your speech,
Guys, I want to hear her. Go ahead. What do I have to say? Just the question, please. No speech. What is the question?
what do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who feel actively victimized by your presence here?
Life's tough. Get a helmet. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question.
That's a t-shirt right there. Life's tough. Get a helmet. I'm too pregnant for this. Let me tell you something. That was gorgeous. That was beautiful. That was an awesome comeback, Candace. That was awesome. For real. I'm not meat riding or nothing. And congratulations on your pregnancy. But come on now. That was awesome. Y'all know that. How do you feel about your negative presence on it? Woman, please. Grow the hell up. Great job, Candace. Excellent job.
I can't breathe. She said, life's tough. Get a helmet. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question. Get your little sour stuff out of here. Chris wasted
Killed her.
brain.
That was-
My goodness, seriously. Somebody just give out free hugs or something somebody give out free hugs. I can't be your mommy, okay? I'm too pregnant. I can't be your mommy.
Go home to mommy. Go home. Bye.
home to mommy.
Go home to mommy. Go home to mommy. Tell her to tuck you in bed.
Next up,
As a non-binary person, what do you have to tell me about my identity? Because I know for a fact I'm not confused.
okay. Next question. Great statement.
It's the one and only Digo Double.
You waited in line for that? Please tell me that you did not wait in line for that golf. Did she really wait in line for that? Really? That was just you said, oh, wait until I get up there. Ooh, y'all wait until I get up there. She talked to all her friends. When I get up there, y'all gonna see. Candace is gonna cry once I say what I'm about to say. Watch this.
That's a statement. That's a statement. Okay. You know your identity. You're not confused. Congratulations, sweetheart.
That's it. That's it. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Congratulations. We're proud
I
of
wish
you.
everybody would talk to these people like this. You're telling me I'm not confused. I know my identity. Congratulations. You know your identity. I mean, like, is that an accomplishment? Yeah, you're supposed to know your identity. You're supposed to be confident who you claim you are. Next question. These people think they got you. I'm gonna go. Let me tell you how silly these people are. It's the false bravado that's. They really thought when they were crafting these little notes and writing on their phone, and they should be in class actually learning something, but they want to become activists 24/7. So they activate activism mode, and they're sitting there wasting their time writing these notes. And they really thought, I'm going to sit through this hour and a half speech or however long Candace is speaking. Probably not as long because she's pregnant, but you know, Candace is a beast anyway. She probably do it for 3 hours. I'm going to sit through this hour and a half speech because I'm going to get her right at the end.
Hold on. Rewind selector. Someone asked me to play that one play that one again because they wanted to hear that one again. Because that was a great question. That was an excellent question. So they wanted to hear that one. All right, so let me play this one again. Only for you, Deb. Listen. It's right here. It's right here. So you not think that I'm doing it by myself. All right?
What do you have to tell me about my identity? Because I know for a fact I'm not confused.
Okay. Next question. Great statement. That's a statement. That's a statement. Okay. You know your identity. You're not confused. Congratulations, sweetheart.
What else did I say, guys? That was good? Was that okay? I know my identity. Oh my gosh, man. I promise you, bro. I promise you. Now, let me go ahead and get back to that's the one she wanted to hear. Okay, we got that gone.
Claim you are. Next question. These people think they got you. I'm gonna go. Let me tell you how silly these people are. It's the false bravado that's. They really thought when they were crafting these little notes and writing on their phone, and they should be in class actually learning something, but they want to become activists 24/7. So they activate activism mode, and they're sitting there wasting their time writing these notes. And they really thought, I'm going to sit through this hour and a half speech or however long Candace is speaking. Probably not as long because she's pregnant, but you know, Candace is a beast anyway. She probably do it for 3 hours. I'm going to sit through this hour and a half speech because I'm going to get her right at the end. And I'm going to have this profound speech that's going to rock the world. And they just end up getting owned. You know how they get owned? Is because they're functioning with no gravitas. They're functioning with no evidence. They're functioning in a false reality. None of what they telling you in school is real. So when you are faced against somebody who's living in reality, you know, bringing that false reality to the table, you look stupid because you've been soaking in this fake world all this time. And then you talk to somebody that's in reality and you look like a complete nut. You thinking you're going to challenge a person because you know who you are, your identity. Oh, good for you. All right, next question. Like, what did you ain't even ask the question. And then homeboy trying to claim a phantom on Candace Owens. Like homeboy trying to claim that somebody did something to themselves because Candace Owens rhetoric. To be honest, no LGBTQ people are even following Candace Owens. I mean, they shouldn't if they don't like what she had to say.
You know they follow her. They follow her because they pissed off at her and they all want to join up together. And the one thing that can draw people together is to have the same enemy. We have the same enemy. We don't like her. She don't like us. We don't like her. Yeah, let's share some more videos of her. And when we get with our community, we can talk about how much we don't like her and how she don't understand us and how she's so stupid and so mean and such a sellout, and she's black and she feels this way. I cannot believe she's black and she feels this way. She's oppressed. She's a victim. 16, 19. Her parents were slaves and she don't see that we're the same. How can she not see that we're the same? She is so stupid and lost and out of touch. It's not us. It's not you that's out of touch. She's black. Her parents were slaves. slaves, and she understands firsthand what it means to be oppressed, but then she wants to throw smut on y'all and act as if she don't understand our community. Then that's what they share. Like, they share the same enemy. The cult, when a cult share the same enemy, then they can draw together, draw some power like Transformers. They can come together. They can draw together and become stronger. But when they are not all standing shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, toe to toe, some of them naked in that community, because you know that's how they roll. Some of them gotta be naked. If they're not naked, then they're not really showing their true selves. Some of them gotta be naked. It's a part of it. All right, it's a uniform, okay? All right, so if they're not all together with their signs and their little funny shirts about and about dinglings and I am not my gender, or I am whatever I identify as, if they're not all yelling at you the same way, they lose their power. They're done. So when you communicate with them like a human being, it's like, okay, it's more about emotions than it is logic. So it's not about making sense. It's about, you don't understand how I feel, and that hurts me. So my job is to hurt you back. And hurt people. They're already hurt. So now they want to hurt someone else. And they think that the person that they want to hurt is the person who's just speaking facts. Like, honestly, I would probably say Candace loved them more than the people in their community that continue to support their mental confusion, their situation that they're in. I'm not going to call them crazy or anything like that. I don't think they're crazy, because crazy people don't know what they're doing. These people know exactly what they're doing. They do. That's the difference. I can't call them crazy, because then I would be doing a disservice for people who are actually crazy, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of times that don't make sense. So if that don't make sense, then I completely understand. Listen, it is what it is.
Don't follow her. Follow all the ones that lie to you and tell you to get transitioned, and then you want to after you realize that the stuff ain't what they said it would be, that you ain't never gonna be a girl. Really, you're not really gonna be a girl. And then they all sensitive. Like, when am I gonna see some of y'all get bold? If you believe in yourself, then why you worry about what I'm saying? If you were to tell me I'm ignorant, I'm a fraud, I mean, it makes no sense to me. I don't care what you say. Somebody said something the other day on social media, and I was like, people are interesting. Somebody said Brandon have abandoned his oldest son. It's like, the thing is that it doesn't bother me, because you're not even on the same planet. You have no idea what you're talking about. I have an incredible relationship with my son. My son comes, I see him all the time. I talk to him on the phone every time, anytime I want to, anytime he want to talk to me. I see him every summer, every holiday. I see my son all the time. And they said, don't even claim his son. I mean, for years, before I even had Bo, I mean, my son is on all my social media. Everybody know my son is. But it doesn't bother me, because it's like, you guys are ignorant.